Welcome back, everyone. This is JTM Place, and we are back with yet another episode. This is post our little live stream for our key giveaways, and we have given away all 4 keys that the developers gave us. So I'm really happy with that. It turned out to be a really great stream. Let me know in the comments if you guys would be interested in me streaming some more. I would maybe try and do that in the near future so that we can interact live. That was a lot of fun. So maybe we can do it again. Anyways, in today's episode, we're just going to go over a few things that we covered in the live stream, or we fixed actually in the live stream. So that's one thing here. And then we're also going to see if we can stockpile enough construction part 1s so that we can move our steel production to the other side of the island there, because just transporting the ore to this location here isn't really working for us right now. I think we need to produce the steel over at the ore mine. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do right now. All right. So with that being said, let's take a look at everything that we did in the live stream. We did set up Fertilizer 1 right over here. This is now producing Fertilizer 2. Actually, so we set up Fertilizer 1 here with the chemical plants. We route that Fertilizer 1 all the way back to this mixer here. Takes the Fertilizer 1 and combines it with limestone and sulfur to make Fertilizer 2. We then pipe that fertilizer back towards our farms, where they will be producing. Oh my God, look at all this soil fertility here. This is amazing. I love it. Hopefully we'll be making tons of food now. Look at that, 8.7 and 9.0. That is great. That is great. That is actually super good. I don't know if we should be at 140%. I think that's over. Yeah, that's overproducing in terms of the soil fertility here. Actually, no, let's keep that all the way up. It produces a lot more at maximum fertility. So let's do that. Let's just keep it there. And then as long as we have water, we should be fine. For these guys, I think I want to do that as well. Let's get that fertility all the way up to the max, right? I know that we're not producing anything here, and we also have to fix this little situation here is kind of broken. So let's set a filter here and reroute this stuff here if we can. Actually, let's see if we can just delete it from here and do a quick remove. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we'll move the potatoes from there. Let's see, that should move. The potatoes should go out where it needs to go, and then the corn goes in here, creates fertilizer organic. Perfect. Yes, all that corn will be making organic fertilizer for us, and then this is no longer backed up, which is pretty good. That is pretty good, okay? We'll get our bread back to where it needs to be. All right, so in terms of pollution, the only thing really affecting us right now is this air pollution. We're doing so much air pollution, and we need to clean that up. We need to clean that up because right now the only way that we are keeping up is getting this Health Boost 2 running at all times, and that is definitely not something that I want to maintain. So we need to fix that, and we're going to fix that by doing the following. We need to get a scrubber. So where is the scrubber here in our little... Okay, here we go. In our little research tree. Let's search for that. So scrubber exhaust scrubbing is right over here. And that needs pipes 3. Oh, actually, is that it? Is that all that it needs? It's just pipe level 3s. So we could do that as soon as we get research going. Let's actually vehicle pollution down, ship pollution down, and train pollution down. Okay. Let's add this to the queue. Yeah, all this stuff should probably get researched before this, right? So let's remove this from queue. Let's remove this from queue. Once this is done, then we can do this. That looks good. That looks perfect. Okay, back to business. As far as vehicle parts, how are we doing here on vehicle parts? We're still upgrading trucks. Yes, kind of. If we can get enough steel, we don't have enough steel, so that's a problem. We are also doing the tree cutting over here. So I want to get you guys to please just come and cut this down over here. I need you to cut that down. That is priority. That is absolutely priority. All right. We need to do wood for iron scrap. Let's trade a little bit of that. No, these things just fill up really quickly. Let's do some more trading. Let's get as much scrap as we could possibly get, and then we should be fine. We don't have a lot of wood here because we don't have trucks anymore working over here. We don't have a tree cutter working over here. So we might need to get another one. All right, let's move this guy over to here. All right, you can come back over here. Go cut down some trees over there. And you also should have how many trucks assigned? 2 trucks assigned. Good. All right, so that should help a lot. This scrap should also help a lot. And here's our iron train coming in with more iron ore. All right. This looks totally fine, right? Do I not have a wood request here? Let's get a wood request here. Where are my trucks? Where are you going to deliver that wood? You're going all the way out there, aren't you? Okay. All right. You know what? We seem to have enough parts here to make the transition of eliminating this contraption and moving it all the way over here. So let's go ahead and do that. Yeah. We got a lot of projects planned here. So let's do it in this little area over here. I think this would be the best spot to transition my iron smelting, or we could do it over here since we have some room to do it here. Let's actually do it right over here. All right, let's plan for the future here. Okay, so which way do we want to face the stuff? Let's go this way. So starting from here, this is going to be our iron. This is going to be our also iron. I'm going to keep two spaces for each because eventually we're going to be doing iron crushing here in a little bit. Okay, let's move. Let's make you guys actually the big boys. So upgrade you, remove that, copy this. All right, so iron, coal. It's going to also be limestone and limestone, I believe. Right? That's going to be what we're going to need. So steel, molten steel. No, there's actually only just one recipe for that. Or is it? No, it's a molten iron, actually. Okay, so iron crush plus some limestone plus some coal. All right, plus iron scrap as well. So this here will be our iron ore, which will then be iron crushed, right? This will be our coal ore, and then this will be our limestone. Do we need a tier 3 storage for limestone though? I don't really know. I don't think so either. Yeah, I don't know, and I don't think so. So perhaps I'm going to move you a little bit back here because I have maybe some other plans. Yeah, okay, let's move on. So with that, we can now move on to getting our little belt systems going, right? So we need to get these guys who are going to be moving all of the material along this path over here. I think I'm going to leave a little bit more room there. Yeah, so something like this. This guy will go this way, all the way to there. Is that not tier 2? Is this all tier 1? It is tier 1. Let's upgrade that, please. Oh, it doesn't work. Cancel that. And make sure that this is a tier 2 belt. And let's go this way. All right. Then we got our coal. Our coal will also come out and up. Okay, that's our coal. And then we'll have our limestone, and then we'll also have an issue with the slag that we're going to produce. So is this looking all right? I think I want to get you under. So you can go there. All right, that should be fine. Next order of business is that's going to stay there, and that's going to be limestone for later on. So I guess the next thing would be this. This guy here would be our iron scrap. So I'm going to leave that there, and let me just assign that to iron scrap. This will also be iron scrap. This is going to be iron ore. Copy this, paste there. This is going to be coal. So copy, paste. All right, and you're going to be limestone. So copy and paste. All right, good. So that works for me. Next order of business is our smelteries. So smelting, blast furnaces. Make sure that we have room at all times here. And we're going to go with something like this. Also, we need to leave 2 spaces there to connect our lifts. So this is slag, which will then come up here to level 4. Let me set this up right now before I forget. I am going to do that, right? So this is going to be limestone, and it's going to live there. And then finally, it's going to be our slag at level 4. So let's get that slag storage. It's going to be over here. So that's going to be an output, and then one more output here. This is going to be slag. And this is also going to be slag. Let's do the following. There, it's going to go up to there. Okay. So now this should, in theory, work. In theory. I think I want to move this guy, however. Yeah, I want to move these guys a little bit further back because I have a feeling that I'm going to need to get even more iron flowing through here. Well, you know what? Actually, no, it's not really going to be a thing, right? Yeah, because eventually we'll just upgrade the belts. All right, let's get belts here. Let's get belts moving the slag. So belts moving slag this way. You're moving slag this way, right? You just connect. There we go. Okay, so with that, we're going to be producing recipes. Recipe, we're doing not copper scrap, but iron ore plus iron scrap. All right, perfect. And that's how it's going to be. And we're going to copy and paste. Nice. Did I copy the wrong thing? Iron scrap and iron ore. Got it. Copy, paste. Next order of business is the lifts. So you're going to be lift there and lift here. And we're also going to get the belt with the iron connected to there. You will also be connected to there. So that is next order of business is the molten stuff, right? So we need to get an oxygen furnace. This oxygen furnace turns the liquid molten iron plus some oxygen into molten steel. So let's do that, please. The input comes in over here of steel this way. This would probably be the better solution here, right? Let's leave some room here. Yeah, let's leave some room for our pipes. Okay, good. And let's do this situation here as well. So we'll do that. Oops, that needs to be flipped. There we go. And we could get molten steel here and molten steel here. And that is going to produce 12 molten steel. This is also going to produce 12. And we're going to get this belt out this way here. Yes, that works perfectly. Let's get these smokestacks here and here. All right. And then our oxygen will come in from another location. Sweet. I think I want to put our air separators over here. We have some room there. Let's actually move you right over here. Like that. And then we can get belts coming up and over. Let's go all the way up to right here. And then you can connect to here and also right there. And that works for me. All right, that's our oxygen all set. Next order of business is the cooled caster. Cooled caster is going to take in the molten steel, turn it into regular steel. So let's get 2 of those, right? You take in 12. Awesome. Now your input is going to be right over here. We can't block the water access. So that is a problem. Let's actually try to, I guess we got to go this way, right? Yeah, let's go this way with this. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. And then we're going to copy, flip, and connect. All right. This belt here needs to go there. And then you will also go here. And then we have our little output right over here. And that's our steel. How's that looking? Is that looking okay? I think that looks okay. All right. And then all we need is water coming in from somewhere. We're going to have lots of water over here. There's actually water right over here. How much water are you using anyway? 6 water. Yeah, we can definitely handle that. All right. Perfect. Perfect. The next thing is going to be our unit storages, and we're just going to store over here. Just right off to the side, right there. And we're going to do 2 of those like that. And then you can just come in here for now. All right, perfect. I think we're good to go. I think we can just copy this entire setup a couple of times, and then we should be set. So, leaving room. You know what? We actually don't have. Can these belts here be combined? These 2 guys can be combined here. So we could do that. Yeah, let's actually do that. Oh, wait, before we do that, let's make sure that we set up our water. So let's get a tier 2 pipe coming perhaps over from this way, out this way. And then you can go in there and you can go in there. So this is our water. Yeah, that's our water there. That should be fine. All right. Nice. Now we can copy and paste this, right? Yeah, let's go ahead and copy and paste from there. And let's get you connected. Are we connecting here? Yeah, we are connecting here. Okay, so there's one array. Here is another array. And then here is another array. Are you good here? Yes, you're good. Okay. There we go. So hopefully, okay, we'll do that. Okay, there you go. All right, so that's working. This is working. I think I need to do the same thing over here. So you need that. Remove that. This needs to be over here. This connection is still good. Do we need to do the same thing over here? Yes, we do. So you go there and you go there. Remove that. And now we're fine here. Oh, I did forget one thing, which is getting this exhaust. So let's make sure that we get it in a smokestack there. Let's do the same thing for the rest. We don't really need this nitrogen, so we will vent it. No. Okay. All right. Last but not least, let's make sure that these guys are connected. There we go. How much are we going to produce here? 12 times 2, 4, 6, 8. 12 times 8 is... So I think we could probably do more, right? I think we should prep for more. So let's do that, actually. Let's prep for a little more. Let's cut this over here. I want to cut... Yeah, I want to cut right over. There. Let's get that there. And now we can copy this. Copy that. And let's get some more of that. And some more of that. Are you? No. Okay. Oh, no. There's no undo in this game. Not a problem. We'll just grab it from here and move you to there. Did that work? Did we break things? I think we broke things. Okay. Let's connect you to there. Anything else that's broken? There and there. How is that for a setup? And of course, we're not going to build all of this right off the bat. That's not something that's going to happen. But we're prepping. We're prepping. Just because steel seems to be the most expensive thing right now. Okay, let's see if we can build a lot of this stuff. How much is this? 89 Unity, which we don't have. That's fine. What I do want to do is seeing what the cost of construction parts is. 1K construction part 2s. We kind of have that. How about this array here? We kind of have this. So we can definitely build this. Oh, let's make sure we connect that back. There we go. And we broke things here. There we go. All right. So how is that little setup there? Water pipe is good. Anything else that's broken here and missing? No. Oh, this is broken here. Okay, so just connect this, connect that. Is that broken anywhere else? It is broken right here. This is broken right there. This is broken here, broken there. And that looks like it's about it, right? That looks like it's about it. All right. So that's it. Let's start with our first array. How do we get started here? Our construction parts are all the way over yonder, pretty far away. So let's just unpause. Let's unpause here. Let's build these storages plus the belts. How about we do that? No? Why not? Oh, because construction part 3s are low. Construction part 3s are low. What are we using construction part 3s on? Also, why are you guys boosted? You no longer need to be boosted. There we go. What's your problem here? Waiting for delivery of steel in order to upgrade. Oh, that's what we're spending it on, right? I forgot that I did upgrade my labs. I forgot about that. Okay. All right. All right. We also have to get glass and paper out here. And that's just going to require a little bit of wood, and the glass we already have. So we can start researching tier 2. It also needs, yeah, this also needs the lab equipment tier 2s. Okay, current task is too advanced for the lab. What is the current task? Is it this NAFTA? All right, cancel that. I need to get this plus this. And then we get into NAFTA. And then we get into the processing of this exhaust filtration, right? Add to queue. All right, this should help. This should definitely help. All right, so get the research going. Let's start producing a little bit of science part 2s or 3s, whatever it is. We need it, right? I'm going to pause. I want to pause this lab. I'm going to pause this. Maybe we should cancel this as well, just to get the construction part 3s, and we'll upgrade these two for now. How's our health doing? Not so good. This doesn't have what? What's going on over here? What is going on over here? What are you missing? You're missing wheat or potatoes. Your recipe needs to be also corn here. Ooh, that was okay. That was dangerous. We also have a lot of fuel gas that we don't have anything to do. Oh, we can turn it into diesel, right? Let's actually do that in a cracking unit. Okay, so copy this. We're going to turn this into diesel right over here. Yep, let's do that right over here. Let's get you there. Let's build you. You're just going to need a little bit of oxygen, which we can get pretty easily. Right over... Where is it? Right over here in an air separator. You can live right there. Let's get your oxygen. Ooh. Can't access that on that side. Big mistake. Let's get that out. Copy it. No, where's the oxygen? All right. Oxygen goes on that side or this side. Build. Flip this guy. Rotate. There. Oxygen here. Nitrogen gets vented. And then we just need a little bit of water, which is right over here. So let's fix that. Okay, let's go this way with that. Let's connect you to there. And let's get you out here and come on, you can do it. Right here, my friend. No, that's... Oh, that's an output. What am I doing then? Oh, that's an output. Okay. All right. Well, understood then. What am I going to do with that water then? I guess nothing. Let's make sure that we do that really quickly with whatever parts we have. We don't have unity. We don't have population either, because our health is also still on the floor. Landfill air pollution. Air pollution is still too high. Let's pause this and this. Okay. All right, back to business, right? I don't want you delivering corn here, please. Don't deliver corn here. Don't deliver anything. This is what I need running here. This water needs to go somewhere, and I don't know where it's gonna go. I mean, we could just put it in here for the bread. Okay. Let's send it out. Let's send it out this way. Right back into here. How's that? All right, build that, please. This needs to be built. This needs to be built. Let's actually do some more here. Okay, all of this can be removed. This guy here as well. Get that out of there. Get this out of here. And we can get another one here. Right, can we get this guy here? Come on, there we go. All right, good. You can get built, and let's get that water going where it needs to go once again. All right, so you can go this way, that way, and ultimately all the way over there. And build that. Delete this. All of that, please. Done. Okay. All set. We have the truck capacity to do all that. Are we good? What else is missing here? I feel like we're okay. Is this being consumed? It is being consumed. You're making diesel, which our trucks can refuel at. Let's make sure that we have a little bit of storage for this. I don't want to put this in the way, so let's move you here. Build that as well. That should be fine, right? This should be good. we're not doing anything with water yet because it's going in here. I think I need to get a balancer here though. Well, let's actually do that. Okay, that goes away. Let's get our little pipe balancer here. That's gonna go right there. Build that, please, and priority in, and we're all set. Okay, make sure that, oops, get that out of there. Come on, get that out of there. All right, let's make sure that you're built as soon as possible. And also, let's build you. Nice, we got a new city there. Is this not connected here? Are we not getting water? Why are we not getting water? This is out of coal. This is out of what? This is out of Unity. Yeah, we are definitely out of stuff here. And we got plenty of corn. Got plenty of corn. Our food isn't backing up though. Do we have fertilizer? No, it's being consumed. It's not really. Yeah, this isn't enough. All right. So now what? What are you asking for? You're asking for dirt and compost. Vehicles can't get to you because this is now in the way. Okay, you know what? I think we need to do something about this little corridor here. It absolutely needs some help. This traffic setup that we have here is horrendous. Look at that. We're done with recycling. Did we have another research here that we needed to do? Like soybean farming? No? I think that's it. Okay, I think that's it. I think we need to focus now on making our research level 2s. So one thing I am going to do is I'm going to do the following. I need this to now be glass. And we're going to be requesting glass over here. So make sure that that's happening. And then the other thing that we're going to need is wood. And wood is right over here. And the wood can be shredded. So we need to shred the wood, and then we also need to turn it into paper. So that's 2 things that we're going to need to get, or we're going to need to fit that somewhere. So if we could get a chemical plant, where's our chemical plant? Crude oil refining, not here. Waste management, chemical plant here. Okay, so this is where we're going to make paper here. It's going to require limestone, it's going to require steam, and then that will give us paper. So this is pretty huge. We could... No, we can't fit it here because we're going to need the space here for construction part 4s when that happens. So technically we could fit it here, right? We could fit it here. Output's going to go this way. You're going to be making paper. We need limestone. We have some limestone over here. So let's move you over here. This actually works. Okay. You also need steam, which we have not here. We don't have steam here. But that's not a problem because we can get it. We can get steam here. Yes, we can get steam here. And then that'll output our paper, which will go right over here. Okay. That's what we're going to do. So let's get you connected to here. Let's get the sawdust, which will be from a shredder. So that is in waste. That is in waste management, settlement, shredder. Okay, so you will be living here, I guess. You're going to get some wood, which is right over here. And then the sawdust is going to go right in here. How much do you need? 6. You're producing 24. All right, so it's not even a lot. It's not even a lot. Let's get a lift. Flat lift. Let's go there into there. All right, so now we're good here. Last thing we need is steam. So how are we going to get that steam? I think we can get steam with this heavy oil. If we were piping the heavy oil here, or we could just steal some steam from here. It's just so little steam. I think that we can do it. Let's steal it from here. Right? Let's do it. No, I don't want tier 2 for that. Let's get you out of here. How about we go down a little bit here? Yeah, let's go this way. Don't connect to anything, please. All right, we could go this way and this way, and then finally over here. Yeah, that works for me. There we go. All right. Let's build all of this. Okay. All right. So this is the progress we've made. This should get our science going. This paper needs to go probably up as high as possible. So let's get a flat lift over here to be an output, and let's get you up to the top. And let's get you all the way across to over here. I need you to go up, please. Let's see how we're going to get you across. Maybe we can go down a little bit here. Nope. Maybe. Come on. I need you to go right here. But I need you to go up a little bit, if possible. And you come up here. Yes, right here is good. You're gonna go maybe around this way. Can you come around this way? No, that's all in the way. And maybe I can get this flat lift a little bit lower. Hopefully the trucks can still get through there. Let's hope for the best. All right, so now you go in here on level 1. R and F do not connect to anything. There, and then there. That should work, right? And then we can get our glass here at the bottom with a flat lift like this. It's all right, and then this is going to connect to right here, and that's our glass, and boom. All right, so that's our science, right? That's our science here. Let's make sure that this is going, and we're gonna get this connected to here like that, and then we're all set. All right, lab equipment is gonna come from here. This is gonna be our lab equipment 2, glass and paper. All right, that's all set. Only thing we're missing is Unity, right? You're already making wood chips, and all you're missing is the steam, which can come from here, but we don't have construction part 1s because we don't have enough steel. Where is our steel? Where is our steel? Why aren't we making steel here? Because we don't have coal. We don't have coal. What did we break here? We should definitely have power. Oh. You should be running. Right? Hello? Guys, why aren't you running? I mean, did I really break? Oh, it's the water. Oh, it's the water. No. Okay, where is my water broken? I broke it here, but did I not reconnect it over here? That's connected. This is not connected here. This is not running. This is not running. This is not running because we have no coal. But in reality, where's my coal train? No coal here either. What do you have that is not allowing you to dump? Stone and dirt. All right, time out. Time out. No, no, no. None of this should be happening. I don't want to turn this on. This is going to consume so much diesel. But I guess we have to. Yeah, I guess we have to run that. All right, so that allows me to run this, which in turn lets me get the coal now. Right? Can you guys run that coal? Why are you not focusing on coal, please? Just come on. Get the coal. Can we not copy these guys yet and set their priorities? I don't like that we can't do that. Please focus on the coal. Layers. Plenty of coal. Plenty of coal everywhere here. Okay. All right, this will help, right? This will help. There's so much iron. Now there's too much iron. And is this not working yet? Because it's missing coal. All right, I mean, there's a little bit of coal right over here that we can belt over. But that coal needs to go over there as well. This needs to be running non-stop. All right. We need a quick solution to this. Please, let's get the coal out here. Now we have too much iron. Now we have way too much iron. Can we do some sort of trading right now for iron? We really need this coal, by the way. Where's my coal train? Are you my coal train? Yes, you are. You're coming over with 38 coal. That's embarrassing. That is embarrassing. We also don't have any coal over here, so that's a problem. All right, we're in a predicament. We are in a predicament. This water absolutely needs to come over. So how do we sort that right now? There's a trade that I can get for coal, right? Quick trade for coal is construction parts. That's not going to happen. Okay. That's not going to happen. We also don't even have Unity for that anyway. All right, let's turn this little boy on. All right, let's get trickling coal in. And let's get... Man, I wish we could do this without coal. Right? Is there another way to produce water at the moment without coal? Seems to just be this groundwater pump. And all of this water here too. Are we really spending that water? Are we spending it all? Or are we dumping some of it into the sea? Oh no, why are we full on sour water now all of a sudden? Okay, well, this is a problem. Let's make sure that we are consuming a lot of this sulfur. Let's clear out these belts. And we are full on fertilizer as well. So hold on a second. There's nothing else to do with fertilizer but dump it. That creates water pollution, 30 water pollution at that, which is a ton. All right, let's stop here. We really need to get this water situation going. Let's see. What is the best way to get some coal right now that won't kill us? I think these guys need to hurry up and get as much coal as possible here. How's this doing? We're full on the iron still. Yeah, man, we have to now get rid of this limestone and this ore sorter. I mean, and this iron. Maybe I get another ore sorter just for limestone? Not for limestone, just for coal? Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. We're getting a little bit of coal in though. Okay. Can we please do the following? I actually need these trains to move, right? So anything on this station here needs to continue moving. Copper plates out. Has after 3 days set to it, so that's good. But do you guys have an after 3 days? That's my coal line here. After 3 days, it's an ore here. That's what it was. That's what it was. And also I kind of saw that you don't really need to have these logic gates. And I think I'm going to just remove them. If any module is empty, I think I can just remove this, right? Copper plates out. No, I guess we'll keep that in there. Yeah, there. I think that's fine. All right. So what are these guys doing? Are they moving? They're kind of moving. I can't believe now we have too much iron ore after so much struggling. Oh, our water's back. Nice. This is good. Okay. All right. Let's make sure that this is on high here. We absolutely cannot go without water because then we'll be in really big trouble, right? This food should be on its way. Okay, good. I think we're good, right? I think we'll survive. Also, why do we have so much corn here? Why isn't it being moved over here? Oh, we do have corn. Maybe this needs to be upgraded. And so does this. So that we can have more food in storage, right? Yes, that is what we should do. How about the power situation? We're running. We don't have water, right? That's the problem. This is also almost running. Okay, what's the next thing that is holding us back? How much coal are you guys getting now? All right, this seems to be doing something now. And then none of this is running because you're also missing coal, which will eventually pull from here. But that's okay. That's okay. I think we can request a little bit here if there is any to spare so that we can start working. All right. What's this looking like? There's a lot of limestone. But I guess this isn't working because there's no coal. Yeah, that's definitely our problem here. Oh, right. This last piece of the puzzle here is just the water that we're going to need for our steel production. So I'm going to just come over here and connect it like that. And we shouldn't need more than 60 flow here, right? I mean, 60 times 10, we can handle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That should be enough. And I'm glad this is able to continue working, even if these outputs are full. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. All right, so what's the next thing? What's the next plan of action here? All right, this is actually moving along. Not as fast as I'd like it to move along, but it's actually moving along. Trucks are delivering iron ore over here, which is not necessary. We're not requesting anything. Or is it this? We have 2 trucks assigned here and we only really need 1. I think we're good on that end there. Are we getting water now here? Are we again getting water? What's our consumption right now? Per month is 89 here. And our production over here is what's like 300 and something, right? Our health is low because of air pollution and water pollution. Are we dumping sour water again? No, we're actually good. The farms are going. Farms are going because they now have water. And they're full on fertility. These guys aren't full on fertility though. So I'm wondering if I could mix. I could probably mix the pipes here, right? Yeah, I could probably do that. Let's see if we can get across here. Yeah, we could definitely do that all the way across to right there. Trucks should be able to get under there. Turn that on and build. Build to your heart's content. Okay. Construction part 1s. Are you doing anything? Are you being produced? Looks like you are. Hey, everything's good. Everything's good. This needs to go away when this is fully operational and we are delivering iron to this giant bus here. I could repurpose this copper. Yeah, I can repurpose this copper station for steel and just belt it in right over here. Just connected. Boom, right there. Yeah, I think we'll do that. All right, I think that's something for the next episode, though. I'm going to actually call it here because we've made really great progress. We're not doing so bad. Our food is at 6 months left, right? Let's make sure that we have corn and then also 2 stores of bread here so the vehicles can deliver double bread, double corn. And that's going to put us way over our 6 months here with storage. And then we're getting some potatoes, we're getting some vegetables, not a lot, but it's coming. We could also upgrade this here. And that'll get us what we need. Can we build this? No, we can't. All right. So yeah, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. I had a blast in the live stream. Thank you guys for being there and hanging out. So if you enjoyed the video, please do leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed, and drop me a comment. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the episode. Let me know if I missed something. I'll check you guys out in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.